Hi, welcome to my first online Akasha Mat class. I hope everybody's doing okay and keeping safe. So my name's Tracey for those of you who don't know me, but hopefully lots of you will already be doing will be familiar with me because you'll have done my lovely Monday morning mat class. So we're going to start with a simple warm-up. I just want you to imagine you're standing against a brick wall, any wall, but a wall. So you're relaxed, your feet are about hip distance apart. Just take a big breath in, roll your shoulders back and down. And again, just a big deep breath in, shoulders back and down. One more time, and relax. Now, I'm going to take another breath in. You're going to nod your chin to your chest, and you're going to start to roll down. Now you're peeling off that wall behind you. So you're coming down one vertebra at a time. And you're letting your arms go heavy, your head go heavy. You're just going to roll down as far as is comfortable for you at the moment. So if you're not going all the way down to the floor, don't worry about it. It's just the first one. When you get to your lowest point, take a breath in. And you're going to start slowly rebuilding that spine. You're aiming to place one vertebra at a time. Head and shoulders are the last thing to lift. So think of your back as a bicycle chain and you're peeling off that wall one at a time. One little link of that chain. So take a breath in, nod your chin to your chest, and on the exhale, you're starting to roll down. Arms are heavy, head is heavy. You might be able to go a little bit further this time. Just go all the way down. Don't knock the knees out. Just keep a gentle bend. And when you're at the lowest point, you take another breath in. Slowly restack that spine. Keep it even all the way up. Head and shoulders are the last thing to go. I'm going to go one last time. Take a breath in again. Nod your chin to your chest. Start to roll down. Again, remembering not to lock those knees out. When you're at your lowest point this time, just hang heavy for a second. Let your head go heavy. Let your arms hang heavy. And just feel that stretch up the back of the hamstrings. And just take a little turn to the left and a turn to the right. And as you turn to the left, think about the weight pushing down in your right heel just to get an extra stretch. And the same on the other side. And then you slowly come back to centre. Take that breath in. On the exhale, starting to slowly restack that spine. Come all the way up. And we're going to go one last roll down. I'm going to go to a 3-point balance. We're going to do some balance work on our hands and knees. So you're going to stand towards the end of your mat. I'll stand as long as I'm within view of the camera. Roll your shoulders back again. Take a deep breath in. Nod your chin to your chest. And we're going to roll down. You're going to soften your knees. You're going to take your hands to the mat. And you're going to walk yourself onto your hands and knees. Now I want you to think about your alignment here. Obviously I'm not here to check you, so if you can look at your reflection in a window or a mirror, all the better. But you're trying to get your wrist underneath your shoulders, your knee underneath your hip. You just let the weight spread evenly. Let your shoulders relax. Let the weight spread through your fingers, gently draining down into your knees. And you're going to take a breath in. And on the exhale, you're just going to tilt your pelvis. So your bottom goes out slightly, your eye line goes to the front. Breath in. And start to curl back through. So you're just going to start moving that spine here. You're trying to get a stretch over the back of the shoulders. And then you're going to let it go. Just lift. So this is a bit like the cat and cow movement we do. So you're just going to lift up, stretch through, looking back towards your knees. Dropping your bottom back out, lifting up. So don't overarch the back. Don't overflex. Just try to keep it within a nice range of movement that you're feeling the spine start to move. Your navel should be gently to spine. Just one more in each direction. Really looking back towards those knees, stretching across the back of the shoulders, and then come to centre. Come halfway between the two, where you've got a nice position where you feel comfortable. You're not too tucked, you're not overarched, and you're just trying to relax down into those hands. Now from here, we're going to take a breath in, and we're going to extend our arm away. So I'm going to start with my right arm first, and I want you to imagine your mat has sensors in it, and you don't want that mat to know you're taking your hand away. So you're trying to keep that body weight as still and as quiet as possible. So you're going to take a breath in. You're going to send that right hand away. Bring it back to centre. And we're going to transfer the weight, go with our left hand. We're just going to repeat a few on each side. So I want you to think here about really keeping that pelvis quiet. You should be able to balance a ball, a tray, on your pelvis here, and it shouldn't move. And in fact, lots of you in my 10:30 class have already done this with balls and are more than capable of doing it. We don't get any drops anymore. It's fantastic. So just literally transferring that weight, trying to keep everything still in the centre. Make one more each side. Slowly bringing it back in. And then we're going to do the same with our legs. So again, just take a second to reset if you feel you've come out of sync. Take a deep breath in. You're going to extend that leg away. Squeeze it back in. Extend away. Squeeze back in. I always think that this is one of those exercises, if you look through the window of a Pilates studio, you'd think, how difficult is that move? But actually, if you're trying to keep everything quiet, hold everything still, it's really tricky to get it right. Really think about that stillness in the pelvis. One more each side. And then we're going to take opposite hands, opposite legs. So take a breath in again, reset yourself if you need to. We're going to start sending the right hand and the left leg away. Keep breathing. Breathing always helps. Really think about your breath, working with this move. Try not to rock that pelvis. One more each side. Lovely. And then you can just relax into child pose. So just send your bottom back towards your heels. Send your hands away, just go for a nice stretch. And again, this is really stretching across the back of the shoulders. This particular class is going to be about spinal movement, because I think with the current situation we might be spending an awful lot of time sitting maybe or hunched over desks on lots of conference calls. You need to start moving that spine, start opening up these hip flexors and just really learning to breathe properly again. So when you're ready, we're going to come down to the mat. We're going to go for our shoulder bridge. So you're going to have your feet about hip distance apart. Lie down. Arms along by your sides. Bring your heels in towards your bottom. Just try and think about your knees tracking forwards, feet tracking forwards. And take a deep breath here. So take a breath in. And as you breathe in, just think about the ribs lifting gently off the mat. Fingers a long way from you. And as you breathe out, check how your weight falls into the mat. Feel that evenness behind the shoulders, evenness behind the pelvis. Take another breath in here, just to check that shape. Feel that back, just lifting that rib cage, lightening a little off the mat. Breathing out, sinking back down. Lovely. Now from here, we're going to start to go into our shoulder bridge. So as you breathe in, your lumbar spine starts to just push into the mat. You're starting to float your lower body off the mat, peeling that spine up. Now you want to keep your eye gaze up. You don't want to hunch your neck back. You want to keep a little gap in the cervical spine here. Fingers are long. Think about pushing the arms down into the mat, even right the way down to underneath your watch strap. You're engaging the whole of that arm, and you're aiming for a nice long line. I can't check myself, but I'm hoping there is a nice long line between my knee, my hip, and my shoulder, and squeeze into your bottom when you're up there, just to help protect that. Then when you're up, you're going to take a breath in, and on the exhale, you're going to lengthen. You're going to start placing your back, that bicycle chain back onto the mat. You're going to start rolling down through that back, top of your back, middle back, lower back, and then finally bottom onto the mat. And we're going to go again. We're going to start really extending into this spine. So you take a breath in, you start to lift that tailbone, feel a lightness, start to peel up through that spine, getting into that lovely long line. Fingers stretching away from you, breath in, start to roll all the way back down. Now as you're doing this, again, you check yourself if you can. You don't want your knees splaying out. You don't want them locking in either. You want your knees talking to each other, but you don't want them coming in to knock into each other or falling out. So really concentrate on squeezing under that bottom line just to really help lift. And you don't want to overarch here either. You just want that long line, knee, shoulder, hip. Roll them back down. Just do one more here. Hold it for a second, and that will slowly roll back down. Trying to place every single vertebra on that mat. And when you're ready, just give your knees a little hug. And you're just going to rock that lower back off. Now from here, we're going to come up into a seated position. So your hands at first are going to go round your back of your thighs. And I want you to just imagine you're sitting up on your sit bones. Imagine if you could literally take your bottom behind you, if that makes sense. And you're sitting on those bony bits of your bottom. So you're sitting nice and tall to start with, holding behind the thighs. And then you're just going to tip back into that C curve. So you're just off those bony bits of your bottom. Just tipping back into a C curve. And then you're going to come back up. So you're just going to start warming through the bottom of that back to start with. And up. So where we were doing that cat and cow position before, we were stretching out behind the back of the shoulders. You should feel that stretch behind the back again this time. And then from here, we're going to take our arms out in front of us. I want you to drop back, just as if you're coming into that C curve. From there, you're going to float that right leg into tabletop. Now, keeping that leg like that, we're going to tip back, almost as if you were going to put the top of your waistband of your leggings on the floor. You're not going all the way back, you're just going to there. And then you're going to roll all the way back up. Keep that there. Go again. We're going to go for 3 on each side. So you're really controlling this move. And then lower back down. Come back up onto your sit bones, just give yourself a little breather. Take a breath in, and you're going to go again, just into that C curve position. You're going to float that left leg into tabletop. You're going to roll back down, so you're aiming to get the back of your waistband on the mat, not quite all the way down, and up. And up, and down, for what we call the teaser, which some of you will know that move really well. But otherwise, we're going to go with two legs. So you're going to just come into that C-curve position. You're going to float with one leg into tabletop, float the second leg into tabletop, arms are long, you're going to tip back. Come up. Ooh. Back. And up. And back. And up. If you can manage one last time. Down. And up. Fantastic. Now from there, we're going to do what's called a crab move. So, still in that C-curve, with your legs crossed, your hands are going to be wrapped over your feet. I'm going to take my socks off for this, excuse me. So I don't want to slip. So your hands are going to be across your feet. You're going to roll back onto your shoulder blades. So this is really important. It is just the shoulder blades. You don't want to go back onto your neck. But what I also want you to try and do here is keep a balance. So I'll talk you through it. So you're going to come into balance to start. You've got your hands over each foot. You're sitting nice and tall. You're going to roll back onto your shoulders, roll up. Now try and hold this balance here while you swap your feet. Then go again. This is a lovely spinal massage. And again, if you've been sitting at a computer, this is a lovely massage for your spine. Didn't get quite far enough there. And as you come up, think about really stretching that chest open, showing those collarbones to the front of the mat. Just go one last time. And you're trying to hold this balance. And then relax down. And from here, we're going to go into our swimming. So you're going to swing around. You can go lie face down. Now I'm going to start you off slowly. We're just going to do arms, then we're going to do legs. So let's just think about our positioning on the mat first. So if you're lying still, you want to try and think of that nice long line. And you're just going to lift your arms off the mat and lower. So your eye gaze is down. Lift and lower. And from here, just lift and lower your legs. So legs are together to start, just squeezing into the back of the body. And then from here, we're going to lift everything together. So we're going to lift our arms, lift our legs, and I want you to think about that lovely long line down the body, and we're going to start swimming. So you're trying to keep stable, you're trying not to rock all over with this move. Your arms are long, legs are long, and you are swimming. So it's a strong move, and you're thinking length. You're thinking length from fingertips all the way through to the toes as you keep that beautiful long line swimming. And you can keep going while I'm still talking. Fantastic. We're just going to go for another 10 seconds of this. So really think about length rather than lifting up. It's long, long swimming. When you're done, take a breath and just relax. And we're going to go, because you're still on the mat, I'm not, we're going to go into our swan dive. So lying face down still on the mat, you're going to have your hands in a capital W position, so slightly turned down to the sides. Eye gaze is going to be down to start. Now I want you to feel as if someone has got you by the scruff of the leg, like a cat with a kitten. I don't want your eye gaze coming up too much, no strain on the neck, so it's nice and gentle. So your arms are in a capital V, eye gaze is down. You take a breath in, and you're just going to lift and lower the top part of your body, your head, off the mat. Just lifting and lowering. So you're starting to get a little pressure into your lower arms. Don't let your legs fall out, don't keep everything engaged, don't over squeeze it, but just keep them active. Now we're going to start thinking now about moving our head slightly. So imagine you've got a marble underneath your nose, and you're going to start rolling that marble forwards. And as you do, start rolling forwards, you can start pushing down more into the mat, so you can start coming up. Feel that lovely spinal extension and lowering back down. So your neck shouldn't really be getting involved at all here. You're pushing that marble away with your nose, you're lifting up, pushing down to that forearm, and then slowly coming down. We're going to do one more like this. So breath in, start to push up. Really feel that stretch, slowly coming back down. Now you can move your arms to where's comfortable, wherever's comfortable for you, pushing up and out. Breathe up and out. Another breath in, slowly up and out. And from there, you just come into your child's pose, just relax that back. And when you're in this child's pose position, you should feel that nice stretch across there. You're really reaching those fingers away. Try to get your bottom to your heels, just pushing back. And breathe. Really try and breathe into the back of the body there as well. That lovely deep breath, and just feel the back of your body opening. Now from here, we're going to go for a roll-up. So we're going to be seated with bent knees first. So again, a little bit like that move we did earlier on. You're going to have your heels in towards your bottom. You're going to be holding behind your thighs. And I just want you to sit back, curving that spine. Now you're aiming for a lovely curve down your spine here. So don't over curve the top. You're trying to get the curve down the whole spine. Try to tip back into that C curve and then opening back up. Nice and long. And again, rolling down. And up. It's warming through that back. And up. If you're feeling comfortable with this, you can take your arms away. Arms are going to go long in front of you. You take your breath in, and you're going to roll back into that C curve. And roll back. Sitting tall. And again, rolling back. We're going to try and go into our roll down. Now I'm going to practice this first. You're going to anchor your heels into the ground, the feet are flexed. If you feel you're gripping here with this move, which we'll do in a minute, I'll show you what you can do at home to help it. So just like we did before, we're going to tip back into that C curve. You're going to roll back up. Tipping back into the C curve. And rolling back up. Now, if this is feeling grippy here, and you're lucky enough to have one of these, which you can get on Amazon for very little, you can have a ball between your knees, which just helps you stop gripping there. Arms are all the way out. Tip back. Squeeze up. And actually it's quite nice to have focus on those inner knees, on that, it helps with the inner thigh. Just helps, I think it helps this move. If you haven't got a ball, you're still waiting for Amazon to deliver, you can try it with a towel. It's actually just as effective. Arms back. Just squeeze on. Keep those feet flexed. Now, the next level of this are legs straight, feet flexed. So you're going to think about your shape here. So just where we've been opening up the back of the shoulders, curving into that C curve, I want you to think of yourself as going into a horseshoe shape here. So your arms are going to go out long in front of you, and you're going to reach forward. So you're aiming to get that tummy button back, arms go long. So your legs are straight, your feet are flexed. You're focusing on keeping that horseshoe shape. And you're going to start rolling back. So you're going to tip back into that seat curve. Try and relax into this move. You're going to roll back. Now if you can go all the way back, go back straight away. Otherwise just go down to where you know you can get up with control. You're thinking about that horseshoe shape. And again, rolling back. If you're going back, just keep going. Placing each vertebra on the mat, one at a time. Arms go up and over you, crashing into the floor, and then up. As they come over your shoulders, you start peeling the shoulders off the mat. Try to keep your feet flexed. Rolling up, and your shoulders are over your hips, you sit nice and tall. So just one little tip is you're rolling down through this move. So you start to roll down. If you're at this level, and I know lots of you, certainly in my Monday class are, you're rolling down, think about bringing your little toes in towards you, just to help. Okay, put yourself in the right position. Arms stretch overhead. Arms up, nod your chin to your chest, and start to roll forward. Trying to keep into that rolled position. Arms go long. Feet are flexed. Fantastic. Just take a breath. It's a goodie. Okay, we're going to go straight into our leg pull from here. So this, we're going to start, we're going to do 2 levels, and you can stay at whatever one you works. But this works into the back line of the body, and it's a really nice one, again, for opening up these hips. So you're going to take one foot in, then the next foot in. Your hands are behind your body, and your fingers are facing towards your bottom. You can do it that way. There's online footage of Joseph Pilates teaching this move like this, but I tend to teach it like this, or I learn this way, and I just think it makes me feel more stable at the back of my body. Now from here, you're going to take a nice deep breath in, nice and relaxed. You're supported by your hands. You're going to take a deep breath in, and you're going to push up into the hands. And you're going to hinge up, lovely, that nice flat line. And then you're going to just drop those hips down. And again, push up. And push down. Again. If you want to extend, you want to take this move up, that might be enough for you, stay at that level. Otherwise, we're going to lift up into this move. We're going to lift that leg. We're going to lower back down. Lift, lower, lift, and lower. Breathe in. And roll down. And then the final move here, you're going to have your legs straight. You're going to have your arms behind your body, make sure you're nice and secure. Shoulders roll back, chest is open. Breath in to prepare. And you're going to lift. Now you can stretch those toes towards you, stretch them away. Back towards you, stretch away. And keeping them stretched away, squeezing up with your bottom, you're going to lift and lower each leg. I'll go for 3 each side. Hinge back down, take a stretch over your feet, head towards your knees, and just breathe. And as you breathe, really feel the back of your lungs fill in. Fantastic. And then from here, we're going to gently roll up. I'm going to come back to our roll down that we did at the beginning of the class. So push yourself up, take a position, feet about hip distance apart, take a big deep breath in and roll those shoulders back. Now from here, we're going to go through our roll down again. Just like we did at the beginning, I want you to imagine you're standing against a wall. You're going to nod your chin to your chest, you're going to start rolling down. As you go down, Your arms are hanging heavy. It's almost as if you're going up and over rather than flat down. Up and over. So arms hang heavy, head hangs heavy. You're rolling through that spine, every single vertebra. Don't lock your knees out. Get to your lowest point. Now, do you feel looser? I feel looser now. Can you get further? Just go for where it's comfortable for you, but you should feel as if you've started to move that back in this class. So just take a gentle turn from side to side, just gently moving through that waist. Hang at the bottom again, take a breath in, and slowly start to reset that spine. Gently, gently, gently restarting that spine. When you get to the top, you're going to take a full body stretch. And you're going to reach up one side, reach, 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 reach up the other. Arms are going to come down. Roll your shoulders. And you are done. Fantastic. I hope to see you back again here soon, and take care. Thank you.